DeepSeek V4 Flash is officially live. The public beta API just dropped, and DeepSeek didn't just make it cheaper or faster, they massively upgraded its agent capabilities. The new V4 Flash is now scoring far above the previous V4 Pro preview on key agent benchmarks. And there's more. It now natively supports the Responses API and is fully optimized for codecs. So how powerful is this new model? And can this cheap new DeepSeek model actually compete with the biggest AI models out there? Let's break down the benchmarks. DeepSeek V4 Flash is the newest model in the V4 family, designed heavily around coding, agents, tool use, and long-running workflows. And one of its biggest features is a massive 1 million token context window. That means you can give the model huge code bases, massive documents, or long agent workflows without constantly worrying about running out of context. And this tells you something important about DeepSeek's strategy. They're not just trying to build another chatbot, they're building a model for the agentic AI era. Let's start with the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index. DeepSeek V4 Flash scores around 50, a 10-point jump from the previous version. It's still behind the top models like Claude Opus and GPT, but the gap is getting smaller. And that's the real story, near frontier performance at a fraction of the cost. Now let's talk about speed and cost. DeepSeek V4 Flash generates around 64 tokens per second. That's decent, but far behind Gemini Flash at around 215 tokens per second and GPT 5.6 High at around 195. But here's where DeepSeek gets crazy. Its cost per task is only around 5 cents. That's cheaper than GPT 5.6 at 8 cents, GLM 5.2 at 29 cents, and dramatically cheaper than models like GPT 5.6 High at $1.86 or Claude Opus at $2.34. So DeepSeek isn't the fastest or smartest model, but at 5 cents per task, it might be one of the best AI models for scaling agents and coding workflows. Now let's talk about coding, where DeepSeek gets really interesting. The newer V4 models score around 59 to 69 on the coding index, while V4 Pro reaches around 80.6% on SWE verified. But the biggest surprise is DeepSWE. The previous Flash preview scored 7.3. V4 Pro preview reached 12.8. And the new V4 Flash, 54.4. That's a massive jump, showing major improvements in coding agents, tool use, and software engineering. And that's the real story. DeepSeek V4 Pro Max scores around 46 on the Agentic Index, putting it in the upper part of the leaderboard. Claude and GPT are still ahead, but DeepSeek is now competing in the same space. Because the future isn't just chatbots, it's AI that can use tools, write code, and complete tasks autonomously. And V4 was clearly built for that. So is DeepSeek V4 Flash the best AI model? No. Claude and GPT still lead at the frontier. But DeepSeek combines strong coding, competitive agents, 1 million token context, tool use, and extremely low cost. It's no longer just the cheap alternative. It's becoming a serious coding and agentic model. And honestly, the fact that AI has become this powerful and this affordable in just 2 years is probably the most impressive part.